Hello, welcome to this channel Chemistry Made Easy by Dr. Ashok Murli. We were discussing this atomic structure, and under this head we are going to see the periodic properties of various elements which we have shown in the periodic table. So there are the periodic properties such as ionization energy, electron affinity, or we can have various other properties like electronegativity or the atomic size, ionic size, covalent radius, etc. So we can have variety of properties we can study, but out of this we will discuss here first property, that is ionization energy. So we have shown that the ionization energy is nothing but the amount of energy required to remove the outermost electron of a neutral gaseous atom of an element. For example, if we consider M is the neutral gaseous atom. So this is the neutral gaseous atom. When we supply some energy, say it is represented by I. Plus sign indicates that energy is supplied for this purpose. So that the outermost electron of this M atom is removed and it becomes M plus with the loss of one electron. So electron is removed, so it is also obtained in gaseous state. So this is called first ionization energy. Similarly, we can also remove the next electron, last electron of this ion. So after removal of this ion, we get M, this M with 2 plus charges, with 2 plus charge. So this is called second ionization energy. Ionization energy is measured in kilojoules per mole. So we have shown here the ionization energies in kilojoules per mole energies along this axis. So this graph shows that here it is 0 ionization energy, then 500, 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500 kilojoules. Such values are plotted along this axis, and along this axis we have taken atomic numbers starting from 1 to here about 60. So when we want to see the ionization energy trend along the various, that is, we can consider this trend along a period and along a group or family. So we can see such two types of trends here. Then you can see here what is the observation. When we plot the ionization values of elements starting from hydrogen to say here about this cesium, etc., then we can find the various trends in ionization energy. So here you will find that the ionization energy of this hydrogen, ionization energy of this hydrogen is shown here in the black spot. So it is about 1000 here. Then it is, next element is helium. So it has ionization energy about 2500 kilojoules per mole. So again it drops back when we come back to the lithium. So here you will find that there is decrease in ionization energy. Why it is so? This is because the distance from the nucleus. So here you will find that hydrogen has 1s orbital. Here helium has 1s orbital. So helium and hydrogen uses the last electrons in 1s atomic orbital, which are lying very close to the nucleus. Therefore, their electrostatic force of nuclear attraction exerted on the valence electrons or s electrons present in one s are very strong. So their ionization energies are relatively very high. Again, when this lithium is taken, it has last electron present in 2s. But here you will find that comparatively to helium, the ionization energy of lithium is lower. This is because the distance between the nucleus and this 2s electron of lithium is relatively more. Therefore, the ionization energy is here lower. Again, if you go to beryllium, the ionization energy is increasing because here lithium, last electron of lithium goes into 2s orbital. Beryllium also shows last electron in 2s. So there is increasing ionization energy in case of beryllium. But again, if you go to boron, the ionization energy decreases because the electron goes into 2p subshell, and 2p is slightly away from 2s orbital, so their energy decreases. Again, if we go from boron to carbon, there is increase in ionization energy because the electron is added in the same 2p orbital. Again, in case of nitrogen, the electron also goes into same 2p with unpaired spin, same spin. So the spin state of boron, carbon and nitrogen is same. Therefore, the energy goes on increasing. Here you will find that in case of nitrogen, there are 3 unpaired electrons. So it has more ionization energy because nitrogen is having specially half-field stability. That is, there are 3 electrons in p subshell. Now if you go to oxygen, the pairing begins. The electron of oxygen goes for pairing, and pairing process use energy, and therefore energy of oxygen is found to be lower than here. Again, if you go to fluorine, here the energy again increases, and in case of neon, the p subshell is completely filled, and therefore the energy with this atom, neon element, attains more stability. Helium also gets more stability because it has completed the available 2s orbital. Here in case of nickel, it has also completed the 2s, here it is 1s. Here the 2s and 2p are completed. You will find that when you are moving from lithium, boron to etc., there is gradual rise in ionization energy. But here in case of boron and oxygen, you will find some lowering of energy. This is because boron shows entering of last electron in the p subshell. Here the electron goes for pairing, so that is why these 2 atoms are showing slightly different trend, because energy should go on increasing from lithium to neon. So if you consider the periodic trend, it shows that the ionization energy increases from left to right in the periodic table, but here from lithium to neon there is increase in energy, ionization. Again, after neon, the next atom is potassium, where again the energy drops because there is opening of next s subshell, that is 3s. So here the valence electron of this sodium is also going further from nucleus. So the distance between the nucleus and 11th electron also increases. That is why the lowering of energy is, ionization energy is observed. Here you will find that magnesium shows slightly higher energy, ionization energy. This is because here the magnesium completes the 2s subshell, 3s subshell by putting its electron for parity. Again, in case of aluminium, you will find that there is lowering of energy compared to magnesium. This is because the last electron of helium goes into 3p subshell, and this 3p subshell, after this it shows that the next electron goes into silicon. There the ionization energy increases. again it continues its trend in phosphorus, but again as you move to a sulfur, the next electron of sulfur, last electron of sulfur goes for pairing in the same p orbit, and that is why the energy is found to be lower here. Again for chlorine the energy increases and it also increases in argon. So after argon the energy also lowers when you come to potassium. So after potassium, here it is calcium, it is here. After potassium here it is calcium. So after potassium the calcium shows next electron, last electron of calcium goes into the same 4s orbital. So 4s orbital begins here with potassium and it is completed with calcium. So after calcium the 3D energy levels are filled, and these 3D energy levels are continuously filled, and it shows that the 3D is further or away from 4s, and that is why the energy is not steeply rising, it is slowly rising because the electrons are added in the same energy level. Then again if you go to zinc, the d orbital is completed, so the energy is much lower. Again if you go to this gallium, and the energy is here lower because the p subshell begins here, and this p subshell is continued to be filled up to krypton. So during this filling the ionization energy again goes straightly, nearly straightly. Here it is lower because the p subshell is half filled. After krypton, when you go to rubidium, again the energy is lower because next s subshell is opened here. Again after this, the second is here with increasing energy because the s subshell is completed, and after this again there is slow trend because the d subshell is being filled here. So in this way you will find that there is slower or less increase in their ionization energy. This is because new shell is filled but it has lower energy. Here the train goes on, and xenon is the element where the last electron is filled and the shell is completed. So in this way you will find again the last element, that is cesium here. Now you will find that the periodic trend shows that any period the energy goes on increasing gradually, nearly a straight line, but with some differences because of pairing and opening new p subshell. Here new p subshell is opened, here new p subshell is opened, here the p subshell is not opened, here d subshell is opened, but here you will find that p subshell is opened. So in this way periodic trend shows that there is gradual increase in energy, and the group shows that there is decrease in the ionization energy as we move from top to bottom in periodic table. So here you will find that when you take the inert gases, the helium is at the top in ionization energy. As you move to helium to neon, the ionization energy decreases. Again if you go to argon, krypton, xenon, again there you will find that there is gradual change in or decrease in ionization energy. Similarly in case of alkali metals, you will also find that there is gradual decrease in the ionization energies. So in this way every group you will find that there is gradual decrease in their ionization energies because the nucleus and the distance between the nucleus and outermost electron goes on rapidly increasing, and that is why the lowering of ionization energy is observed in every group. So here you will find that this is most interesting trend in ionization energies. So with this we will stop our discussion here, and we will continue the discussion in next property, that is electron affinity, in the next lecture. So till then, goodbye, see you next time. Please keep watching this video, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon button and the like button. So thank you very much.